between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. To throw is Winston. He finds Brady. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's convert.
Again, it's Winston. And this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jameis to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending beginning their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Move. Red, up. Red, up.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Hurry. Gotta go.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gotta go. Red, up. Move. Hey, gotta go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Let's go.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
18.
Trubisky will throw. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Gotta go.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
18. Blue. Red, go.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Humphries. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Airing this one up. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 46 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league.
He's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Going deep here for Bryant. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gotta go.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gotta go.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Let's go.
Here's Bernard. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Winston from the gun on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets it down to the 32. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Winston keeps it himself. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Following the interception, Winston buying time to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Captain Zero. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Let's see how they attack him here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And incomplete here on 3rd down. So 4th down coming up. What do you expect?
They've gone for a time after time. They haven't punted yet. I don't know what's right anymore.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
2nd down, Winston. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
To throw, Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Let's convert.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And it's 3rd and 4.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Winston. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And
they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bears on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in the big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Winston now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Able to shake him off. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Play action now. Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Throwing. Winston again, and down he goes again. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. End zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense. You're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
But you got to figure, if something goes, put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hurry up offense. And come up and spike it to stop the clock. The Bears on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Lock it. 18.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half.
Gotta go.
Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the...
Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Here's Humphries. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them doing that offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect the play.
And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, Winston. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, gotta go.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Trubisky. The catch right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Jameis now on first down. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first and 10, Winston. On the screen, Bernard. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That's complete. Bernard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Pressure too much. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 63 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
18.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And he fights through one man. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
18. 18.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Trying to punch it in with Howard. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Gotta go.
They get it to him running left. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bears cut into that lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's time to play.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Four down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle to Evans. He got 29 yards that time. And another Winston to Evans connection. Mike Evans, he didn't play football till his senior year of high school. He was such a good basketball player down in Galveston, Texas. But I think he's happy he picked football up.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. I would have loved to have been around those conversations. The head basketball coach, the head football coach. Since it was high school, maybe it was the same guy. You never know. And saying, I need this guy out on the field. That's worked quite well for him. And Jameis Winston's so happy to have him on his squad.
And they've got the lead in this one because of those two.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucks. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Let's go.
Again, here's the throw. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward And they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
13, fellas.
Ready. Blue lady. Talking about that.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, they kind of changed things.
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Onto the field now come the Bears. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Reds up. Reds up.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Gotta go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Come on, gotta go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Now Parkey for the extra point. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Humphries. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I'm going to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Let's go.
Now Winston. The tight end's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
5-0. Let's go.
Now they run with Sims. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a first carry for their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
Now Bernard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ready, blue ready.
Now Sims. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Turn the plate.
They'll run it again with Sims. And he stopped immediately there. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, 18.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.